Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And today, that's it. We're not wasting any time. We're gonna go and we're gonna get that Jeep, or this Jeep, I should say, welded up. And funny enough, I didn't think of it at the time, but last week, my buddy asked me to detail his truck for him. And I usually detail his truck for him. I used to do professional detailing, so I still do it on the side for a few friends and people that I know. So he said, do you want to do it for me? And I said, yeah, no problem. And I didn't really clue in at the time, but he works at a shop and he's got a welder. So let's go over there. He said that he would weld up the Jeep. He'd put in that patch for me on the frame and I'll clean his truck for him. I don't know if I'm gonna owe him anything after that, but regardless, it's a pretty good trade to me. So let's go. Let's get this thing over there. And I think I need to give it a little bit of a wash first because it is filthy. If you guys have been following the last few videos, I still haven't washed the Jeep since I went on the trail. And it doesn't really bother me too much because I'm just gonna go get it dirty again. But I'm taking it to my buddy's shop and I don't really want it to be crumbling mud everywhere and piss him off if he's doing me a favor. So let's go give this thing a quick wash and let's head over to the shop. Well, that's great. This entire place is under construction, so I don't know if the car wash is even open. And no, it is not. You can see a nice big ladder in front of the door. Well then, I guess Buddy's gonna be getting a dirty car. It is what it is. I tried. And this is the only car wash close to his shop, and I don't want to keep him waiting, so I guess that's gonna be what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's a bit dirty, but what are you gonna do? We tried. And here we are. It is actually a transport company, and my buddy is a mechanic for them. And he basically works on this kind of stuff all day, rusted out frames and all kinds of different stuff. So it's nothing new to him. Now let's see, let's park it here for a minute and see if when he wants me to pull it in. So this is the truck that we will be taking today. It is an F-150 5.0. It's got a nice exhaust on it too. Doesn't sound too bad. We'll be swapping out Big Bird for a Big Turd. No, I'm joking. I'm not a Ford guy, but no, this thing's all right. I actually like it. And we will be detailing the entire interior. It is raining today on and off, so we will not be doing anything to the exterior yet, but we will be doing the full interior. I will be taking care of the leather. I will be cleaning and also moisturizing the leather. So we'll be making sure this thing is nice and ready for him for the long weekend, because we do have a Canada Day long weekend this week. And we've got the metal all laid out here for us. You guys can see it's nice and lightweight, nice and thin. So what we're gonna do is give it a good couple folds. I'm thinking fold it over 3-4 times and then just, no, I'm joking. No, we've actually got some good metal, and there's the guy that's gonna be doing it. We've got some good metal back there, some nice thick stuff. What's up? Yeah. No? So yeah, let's go. Let's pull the Jeep in and let's get it done. Turbo over there, but yeah, there she goes. And now we're basically just gonna wait and take the truck, detail the truck, and get this thing done. One other thing that I think I need to do is they didn't tighten my skid plate all the way. That could be where that little bit of vibration is coming from on the highway. You can see there's a bit of a gap here. Not a big deal. It could have actually come loose while I was driving, so not a big deal. I'm gonna tighten that up, and I think we also need to grease a few joints, because if you listen, she's squeaking. So yeah, we'll do that and we'll get her all buttoned up and we should see her soon. So let's go grab the truck. But damn, Big Bird definitely needs a wash today. Look at this. Don't worry, we'll give her a quick cleaning inside and out. But first, mechanical problems always come first. Once I know the Jeep is running, then we can clean it. There's that 5.0 that I've been waiting for. When you're just driving normally, it kind of sounds alright at the low RPMs. Then once you hit the higher RPMs, it kind of quiets down. But once you really put your foot into it... Grabbed all my detailing stuff, grabbed my girlfriend, and now we're just gonna head over to my mom's place because the rain cleared up a bit. So it should be pretty nice. And I think we should be able to do it outside, which gives us better lighting and a lot more room to work. So let's head over there and I'll show you guys the before and after. So I stopped to grab a coffee real quick on my way, and they're actually replacing the tanks here at this gas station. So if you guys have never seen that before, then yeah, you can take a quick look right now. Some guys going nuts at the light, but yeah, that's basically how they do it. Yes, Tim Hortons, and no, it's not the Beebs Brew, but if you guys know about Tim Hortons, then yeah, they've been doing a whole bunch of different things with Justin Bieber there, and apparently they've got like Timbits and all kinds of different stuff. If you don't know what Tim Hortons is, it's basically like our Dunkin' Donuts or something here in Canada. It's like our most popular coffee spot. I'm sure you guys have a few of them in the States, but it's probably not as popular as it is here. Here it's like a religion. People go there like religiously, like every single day. I'm telling you, they're nuts.
Timmy's.
All right, so let's give you guys a little bit of a before. This is what we are starting with. You can see it's not terrible in here, but it's not great. And how I'm gonna do this is basically I'm gonna start off by doing all of the surfaces. Then I'm gonna clean all of the mats, wash all of the mats. Then we'll vacuum it, and then I'll do all the leather seats with the conditioner. And yeah, it should come out pretty good. So this is the before. I won't bore you guys with the process. I'll show you guys the after in just a second. But yeah, that's what we're starting with. So I'll see you guys in a minute when I'm done. Well, a few sweaty hours later, and we are done. Thanks to my girlfriend Justine for helping out. We've definitely made a big difference in here. It looks a hell of a lot better. You can see we pretty much got everything that we could. It's clean, or as clean as it's gonna get. I also conditioned the seats. We washed the floor mats. I did all the glass. She did the top on the sunroof, but we did all the glass, and looks real good in here. Well, all the seats were conditioned, so definitely it looks great in here.
This one's smudging, I can't get it off.
Oh, it looks fine. I think the glass looks great, babe.
I gotta do it.
But yeah, a lot better in here, a lot cleaner in here. Now, let's go see the Jeep. And here we are. Big Bird is getting her welds in. So you can see we've already got one plate added in at the bottom here. Looking good so far. So you guys can see we've got one plate added in there, and there's another plate added in on that end as well. And this is the metal that they used. You can see it is probably like a 3/16 or a 1/4 inch. Like it's a hefty piece of metal. So they basically braced it on the inside and on the bottom. This side wasn't too bad, so they didn't really do too much on this side. Ty robiłeś coś tu?
Tak, wszystko jest
Z
uspawane.
tej strony też?
Tak.
Actually, that's my mistake. Since they already painted it, they actually did do this side as well. So they did this side, underneath, and the other side. So everything is stronger. You can see it's beefed up all the way down through here, all the way up down to here. So definitely going to be a lot stronger now. And she should be good to go. Look at that droop. And I'd say there's a good maybe 10, 11 inches of travel on there. You can see where it bottoms out. It's a pretty good amount of droop there. Not too bad for a 2.5 inch lift. I do plan on getting a bigger lift soon and getting rid of the body spacers, but that's what we've got for now. As soon as I get a slip yoke eliminator, I will be getting rid of the body spacers, and I will be throwing in myself maybe a 4 to 5 inch lift and maybe do some axles. We'll see. It's always a build in progress. It's not done until it's done, and I don't think it's ever going to be done. You know how it is with a Jeep or a project car. You kind of just keep adding and keep making it better and stronger as you go. And yeah, I think they also touched up a mount back here. Let me grab my light for you guys. So yeah, they touched up a mount back here. You can see they beefed that up a little bit. There's a little bit more metal right around this area. And they beefed up that area all in the front here, all the way down to there. Looks good. And if we come around to the other side was good. There wasn't any issues or any cracks on this side. It actually looked really strong. So we didn't touch anything on this side at all. We just kind of left it, but we fixed up that entire side. So we should be good to go. And now I think we're good to hit the trails. So I got the Jeep back now, and it drives great after we have retorqued all of the skid plate bolts. And we also found that the front drive shaft was a little bit loose, the yoke, so we tightened that end, and yeah, everything should be good. Now I know it's a little hard to tell because they already painted everything, but we'll take another quick look. You guys can kind of see it there. So yeah, they added in a plate basically all the way from here right up to here. And it goes along this side and on the inside. They didn't really do, actually they did put a plate here from here to here. They didn't really do anything further back because it was okay. And they didn't really do anything on the sides because these are already new brackets. We just kind of tied them in here to add strength. And I think it should be great. So now, one thing left on my list before I am ready to go do a shakedown run on the trail, and that is this air filter. Now this air filter has seen better days. This air box has seen better days. And let's take a quick peek inside. Yeah. Like, I've seen worse, but it's still not great. You can still see light through it, but I still think it's about time for a change. Thing looks pretty damn dirty. So let's throw a new one in. And I think I want to clean out the inside of this air box first. So I got the entire intake off, all the way right up to the throttle body. But looking at this side, it is pretty clean. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of splatter here and there, but overall it's super clean. And even all the way through to this end, it's really clean on the inside. So judging by how my radiator already looks from 2 times being on the trail, I don't really think I'm too worried about cleaning the outside of this. So I'm kind of just gonna stick this section back on because it looks good. And I think I'll take this section where the clean air actually comes in, and we'll take this and give it a good scrub because it's definitely in need of one. Like, yeah, that intake tube, Jesus. All right, well, I guess I'll do that and I'll stick that back on. And damn, what a difference. It's like a brand new airbox now. I actually took it apart. I took the air horn or trumpet or whatever you want to call this piece, the intake here, out, and I washed the entire thing. The outside isn't perfect, but the outside isn't the functional part, so it doesn't really matter. The inside is very nice and clean, and it should be dry. I think I see a little bit of water, like a small drop right there, but I think she's ready for reassembly. So now we're just gonna bolt her in right there, and it looks kind of off because it looks like a brand new part, but like you guys saw, this was a brand new part not very long ago, and that's what it looks like now. So this is gonna look the same pretty much in a trip or two, and I'm not too worried. It is basically what it is. Everybody always tells me, why don't you clean your engine? Man, I have a Jeep, my engine doesn't look like that. Well, does your Jeep look like this ever? Like, I take this thing off-road and beat the crap out of it, and that's what it's for. It's for going off-road and having a good time. And trust me, I have cleaned the engine once before, but I would just be chasing something that I could never achieve, because the second I take it off-road, it's gonna turn back into this. And damn, that new filter, what a difference. You can really see the light coming through it without even trying. So obviously it's gonna be a big improvement. So now let's throw this in and we'll button everything up. There we go. She fits pretty nice and snug. Well, for whatever reason, that was fighting me, but we got it in. And I do route my tube up. When it comes stock, it comes kind of like turned to the side, kind of over here. I turn it up so that I get the most amount of room before it starts to suck in water. And while I was waiting for that to dry, I did give the interior a quick wipe down. So it's not perfect in here, but it is a hell of a lot better than it was. You can see that it's a lot more pleasurable to drive and to be in right now than when it's covered in mud. So definitely, that's a plus. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna clean the outside before we take it out on the trail again, but I do think I'm gonna vacuum it at least, just so that I'm not breathing in all this dust and crap every time I open the windows and the air starts to circulate. But last thing on my list today is take this thing for a drive, make sure that it all runs good, because we did tighten up a lot of different bolts in the drivetrain, from the skid plate to the drive shafts. So let's go take it for a quick spin and make sure everything is good. But so far, I'm really happy with how everything's going. And even though you guys can see it looks a little bit darker over here, everything is coated. I just need to wash it off. It's just a little bit dusty and dirty, but pretty soon it'll all look the same. I promise you that. And yes, I did use a Fram. It is what it is. It's an air filter. At the end of the day, it's gonna do its job. I'm sure there's a lot better stuff I can get, but for the price, you can't beat it. And my local auto parts store has Fram or some generic brand, so I honestly rather just go with those, and I've never really had an issue so far. I'm gonna hop on the highway now and see exactly what we're dealing with here, but it feels better so far. It feels everything is a little bit tighter, which obviously we tightened everything, but it feels a little bit better. It doesn't have that, I don't know how to explain it, but it had a little bit of like a jitteriness, and feels pretty good right now. Now I just got on the highway, so let's bring her up to speed. And yes, believe it or not, the TJ does do highway speed. There's 100, fourth gear, and there's 110. Feels pretty good. Vibrates a little bit, but doesn't feel terrible. So I think we're good to go off-road and take this thing on some more trails again, which was the goal. If you know me and you've been following the channel, all I do is take this thing off-road. When it breaks, we fix it, we make some repair videos, and then we take it right back off-road because that's what it's for. I don't daily this thing, I don't drive it to the grocery store. I honestly treat it as if it's just like a side-by-side or an ATV. It goes off-road, it gets fucked up, I fix it, and it gets back off-road. So that's where we're headed next. So hopefully I will be able to find a couple guys and a good trail for us for the next trail session. But I think we should be able to find some good trails because everything is open right now and everybody's down to go out. So definitely we're gonna go and have a good time. And yeah, time to start planning the next off-road session. And we're back. And the Jeep is back in its spot where it was a few days ago, or last week I should say, when everything was fucked up. We had no transfer case, we needed the frame welded, and basically yeah, well, that was pretty much it. We also changed the diff fluids because the diff fluid was disgusting. We've cleaned out the airbox, so definitely the Jeep has come a long way in 1 week, and it's ready to go back off-road and keep on working and doing its job. So definitely stay tuned for that. And one thing that we will be doing is picking up the transfer case that got demolished and putting that basically on the table and taking it apart and seeing exactly what was wrong with it, and just taking it completely apart and looking through it, because a few people have asked me about that and they wanted to see inside it, and to be honest, I'm kind of interested myself. So I will be going and picking that up shortly, and we will be taking that out and just seeing exactly what else was wrong with it, because the case was cracked on the outside, the whole thing was messed up, and yeah, it just did not look good at all. But it'll be interesting to see exactly what else inside failed. If you guys are new around here, jump down there, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, I've got tons more videos for you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. But also hit that like button, it helps me out a ton. If you guys enjoyed these videos, it really helps out the algorithm and helps me just make better videos for you guys and know what videos you guys enjoyed. So definitely hit that like button. But until next time guys, ride safe out there. Peace.